Hello and welcome to my channel, Extremely Good Reviews. This is a My Thoughts on video. My thoughts on Impact Wrestling from October 27th, 2020. Yeah, this is the fallout for Bound for Glory. So I'll give a quick run through of what occurred on the show and then give my overall thoughts on it. So the show opened with Eric Young. He attacks Rich Swann backstage. The fight progresses to the ringside area. Security and Scott D'Amore managed to split the two up. Eric Young is demanding his rematch. He wants his rematch for the Impact Heavyweight title. Scott D'Amore is reluctant to give it to him. However, Rich Swann agrees and the match is made official. Rich Swann defending his newly won Impact Heavyweight Championship against the former champion, Eric Young, in our opening match of the night. Rich Swann barefoot for some reason. He must have lost his shoes at some point in that brawl. This is a relatively quick match compared to the match that they had at Bound for Glory. And it is ultimately won by Rich Swann. He hits a splash, one of his top rope moves, onto Eric Young and pins him to win and retain his Impact Heavyweight Championship. Good for you, Rich Swann. Is the Eric Young feud dead and buried now? So yeah, that was a fun little opening of the show. It wasn't a brilliant match, but it was a fun little opener. So we then get all the ladies outside Impact Management's office, knocking on the door, waiting to be responded. No one answers. I say all the ladies. The majority of the Knockout division are there. They all want to know what's going on with these Knockout Tag Team titles. Caleb with a K finds out online that they're going to be the tournament to crown the new ones is going to start in 3 weeks' time. So most of the knockouts leave. Alicia Edwards is left there. She's like, who's my partner? Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan make fun of her. Jordynne Grace comes back and she'll be Alicia Edwards' partner for tonight, setting up a match for later on in the night. We get Brian Myers against Tommy Dreamer in a Halloween weapons match, a Halloween hardcore weapons match. This was a very fun match, more enjoyable than any of the previous matches have been. All the weapons that were involved, trash cans, your kendo sticks, chairs, all that stuff that you expect. At one point, Tommy Dreamer's getting a trash can into the ring, a plastic trash can. It looks like he's struggling to get it in. It's like, what on earth is in that trash can that he's struggling? It's just a plastic one. It probably weighs nothing. But yeah, we find out later on what is in that, and it turns out to be Swoggle. Swoggle was in that. Swoggle comes out with some barbecue tongs and grabs Brian Myers by the crown jewels with these barbecue tongs. Yeah, that was quite a fun little moment. Tommy Dreamer with a bag of thumbtacks, or so we think. It is thumbtacks and candy corns. And the commentators, Josh Matthews and Madison Rain, make out that the candy corns are probably going to hurt more than the thumbtacks would. So yeah, there's fun. Like I said, this was a very fun match. Lots of weapons, lots of comedy moments. Tommy Dreamer still paying homage to Road Warrior Animal with the face paint and the t-shirt and whatnot, which is lovely to see. A nice little touch there from Tommy Dreamer. And then yeah, Tommy Dreamer ultimately, with the help of Swoggle, wins the match. So yeah, good for you, Tommy Dreamer. This was my belter of the night. This was a belter of a match. None of the other matches were great, so that kind of like went in this match's favour. But it was a good, enjoyable match and quite fun, and plenty of action. So yeah. We get Reno Scum backstage catching up with Falabar, holding him. Hernandez is looking for his cash. Falabar says he's not got it. They search him. Okay, he's not got it. As they leave, Falabar reaches down his pants. The wad of cash is down his pants next to his unmentionables. We then get Triple XL taking on the Rascals, Wes and Dez. Larry D and AC Romero taking on Wes and Dez. It's a typical, we've seen it before, typical small men, big men matchup. The agility, the speed, and whatnot of the Rascals, the power, strength, and general size advantage of Triple XL. And Triple XL actually end up winning this match. Larry D hits a splash onto Dez, which flattens him like a pancake. And Triple XL pick up the victory here. That was unexpected, but nice to see. Triple XL, are they going to start getting a push? Maybe. We get Deonna Purrazzo backstage in an office with Scott D'Amore, Kimberly to one side, and a lawyer to the other side. The lawyer stating that Deonna Purrazzo wants the Knockouts title returned. She wants Su Yung stripped of the belt and the belt to be returned to Deonna Purrazzo. Scott D'Amore says, no, look, you issued the open challenge. You challenged anyone, and Su Yung was the one that answered it at Bound for Glory. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't see any problem with it. Scott D'Amore goes out to the ring to address this situation. Reiterates what he's just said, that, it's all legit, it's all above board and whatnot. This brings out Deonna Purrazzo and her lawyer and Kimberly. The lawyer stating that, they'll drag this out through the court cases and blah, 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 another court hearing for Impact Wrestling and whatnot. Scott D'Amore says, yeah, we've been there, we've done that, I'm happy to go through that route if you want. However, then he addresses Deonna Purrazzo. Look, you're a wrestler, you're a competitor. If you want, I'll give you the rematch. You can have your rematch. You're entitled to that. Have your rematch with Su Yung rather than dragging this out for years and years and years in the courts. After consulting with a lawyer, Deonna Purrazzo accepts. This brings out Su Yung. Su Yung, mandible claw to Kimberly, mandible claw to the lawyer, red mist to Scott D'Amore, and then a mandible claw on Deonna Purrazzo, and Su Yung stands tall with the Knockouts title. Woo! So, yeah, let's see what happens. They've got a match next week. The rematch is for next week on Impact. The Moxie Machine Guns are getting interviewed backstage. That's interrupted by Triple XL, and Triple XL take a double splash onto Alex Shelley. Further injuring maybe Alex Shelley, keeping her out for longer than what was anticipated maybe. Scott D'Amore in the ring. Scott says, Su Yung... Oh, no, sorry. I've got my little moments mixed up. Those two moments were flipped. The Moxie Machine Gun interview, and then it was the Scott D'Amore in the ring. Rich Swann is celebrating backstage with the Rascals, with Willie Mack. Moose approaches. He says that, he's the true champion, being the TNA heavyweight champion. He's number one. Rich Swann is only number two because you're the Impact heavyweight champion. Rich Swann doesn't like that, but he's pulled away from Moose. Willie Mack steps up, but Moose is like, well, no, we'll do this on my terms when I'm ready, when I want. Rich Swann thanks the Rascals and whatnot. Walks on into another room. Sami Callihan and Ken Shamrock are there. Who is his next challenger going to be? This is interesting to see. Could it be Moose? That would be interesting, champion v champion. Official champion against unrecognised champion. But then I wouldn't mind seeing him against Sami Callihan or Ken Shamrock. This could be quite interesting. I want to see where they go with this. We get Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz, the fourth match of the night. Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz taking on the Franken team of Alicia Edwards and Jordynne Grace. All throughout this match, it's built around the obviously the cohesiveness of Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan being an official team, and then this last minute fudging together of two ladies, Alicia Edwards and Jordynne Grace. The fact that they don't have any coherence, they don't work well together. They're not accustomed to each other's styles and whatnot, and it shows in this match. And it ultimately plays into the ending. Alicia Edwards ends up hitting Jordynne Grace in the corner. Tasha Steelz takes advantage, rolls up Alicia Edwards and pins her to win the match. So Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz here pick up the victory. Alicia and Jordynne have a bit of a shoving match afterwards, and Jordynne Grace walks off. So I'm guessing these two ladies won't be going into the tournament together for the Knockout Tag Team titles. There was some other moments throughout the night, obviously the North interacting with the Good Brothers and whatnot, but I didn't really find much of them noteworthy. So Moose attacks Willie Mack outside of the arena by the looks of it. Willie Mack set up by a fan wanting a video, wanting a selfie or whatnot, and Moose attacks, taking him out. And then we get the final segment of the night. The ending of the night was the wedding between John E. Bravo and Rosemary. We get everyone around ringside in costumes. We get the wedding party coming down. Taya Valkyrie in the red bridesmaid dress. Fallah Bahh as the Michelin Man or the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. So Crazy Steve is giving Rosemary away. Father James Mitchell is back. He's been resurrected, obviously, by Havoc. We see that earlier in the night. He's back, so he's going to be residing over these proceedings and whatnot, over this ceremony. There's no objections, which is quite shocking. I'm surprised by that. Everything's going well. It looks like they're going to be wed. When it comes to the kiss, they're so close to that kiss, and the lights go out. There's a bang, a gunshot bang. When the lights come back on, Johnny Bravo is down in the ring, blood from his chest, from his heart area or whatnot. you know, from his abdomen. And yeah, Tommy Dreamer's like, Johnny Bravo's been shot. No, Johnny. Who shot Johnny Bravo? Is Johnny Bravo dead? Why did they shoot Johnny Bravo? Ooh, drama, tension, excitement. What's going to happen next? It was quite entertaining, quite an entertaining segment. You always expect it of wedding ceremonies within the wrestling industry. They never turn out well. I'd love to see a wedding where the wedding actually progresses and is official and is done and the segment ends without something going wrong. Something always, you know, like there's always a death or an emergence of a character or, you know, a bombshell drop, storyline, segment, whatever. Something always happens to ruin a wedding on a wrestling show. And this one was no different. Johnny Bravo, is he dead? Is he not? Who knows? Do you know? If you do know, let me know in the comments. So overall, this was quite a fun show. It wasn't great, so I'll just list it as a good show. It was a nice opener for the Impact Heavyweight title match. That was quite good to see. The last match from Bound for Glory is the first match on this Impact. Hopefully that is the Eric Young, Rich Swann storyline dead and buried, and Rich Swann can progress on to new things like we saw with either Moose or with Ken Shamrock or with Sami Callihan or maybe someone else in the future. Who knows? But I'm intrigued to see where they go with that. Moose attacking Willie Mack would suggest maybe Willie Mack and Moose will be having a storyline. Triple XL attacking Alex Shelley. You know, there's a future match down the line there when Alex Shelley is healthy. The Brian Myers, Tommy Dreamer, that is their feud dead and buried now. This was a great ending to their feud. Tommy Dreamer has won this match, and it was my belt of the night, like I've said. So I think that is a good ending. That is the full stop to their storyline. New things for both of them, please. And yeah, I'm liking what they're going to be doing with the Knockouts division, with obviously Deonna Purrazzo and Su Yung and Kylie Ray when she comes back will be competing for the singles title, but all the other women are going to be jostling, trying to find partners. Tenille Dashwood, is she going to find a partner, someone to team with? You've got the official teams of Neva and Havoc, Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie, even though they're tied up with the Johnny Bravo storyline. Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan. So yeah, and then you've got knockouts that you can bring back. We've also got Madison Rayne, remember, on commentary. She's a great knockout wrestler. Multiple championships within Impact Wrestling, so you know you could always bring her back for a one and done deal. Or you know, Gail Kim, it'd be great. I know she's retired, but it'd be great to see her come back into the tournament. Maybe Gail Kim and Madison Rayne, former knockout tag team champions. Why not put them in the tournament together? But yeah, so. Like I said, it was a good show. Quite a lot of segments. Only 4 matches on this show, which for 2 hours, well, an hour and a half really, because there was no adverts. An hour and a half, 4 matches. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's not a bad digestible period. And yeah, all the segments made sense, progressed things, put other feuds, storylines to bed, to rest. So I'm beginning new ones. So yeah, this show. Like I said, I'm intrigued to see what occurs next week now with the whole Johnny Bravo wedding storyline, shooting, killing maybe. See what happens with Rich Swann, his next challenger. Yeah, I'm intrigued, and obviously what's going on with the Knockouts division. I'm intrigued to see. So I can't wait for next week's episode. So yeah, my thoughts on the show is that it was a good show. It was enjoyable. So those are my thoughts on the show. But what are your thoughts on the show? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, stay tuned for more content. I want to say a big thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay classy.